Yeah, hey guys, I want to talk to you about what's happening on YouTube. I'm fucking pissed about the situation because I'm just a starter. I've been on YouTube with my channel for about 2 months, so it's not so bad since I have about 300 subscribers and I made over 35 videos. So I'm kind of glad about it. But did you see the monetization about all those fucking things? I don't know what's happening exactly. I know that I saw about a dozen videos on that subject, but it doesn't get me closer to the truth. So what we know is that we only make about between $2 and sometimes even less, up to $8 for 1,000 views. So nobody can make a living on that. I'm not saying I want to make a well. Yeah, I'm saying I want to make a living sooner or later with that. It's like people don't understand all the work we put in. Okay, I'm just a starter. I'm just a newbie on YouTube. Can you imagine? Sometimes for each video, it takes me up to 4 hours to edit my video. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but even though I put a lot of work into this. It's a bit like a painter on his canvas. He's got to take time to do something. It's an art. Well, for me it is. I'm not trying to be better than anybody else, but I'm trying to speak from the things that I know, since I've been self-employed for more than 30 years, and I did, like I already said on my previous video, I'm a jack of all trades. So I tried not everything, but let me tell you, almost everything. I was in the army, I had a restaurant, name it, almost everything I done. So I want to talk about those things. I want to talk about the experience that I had through the years. I want to share it with you. I have a bike since I was 9 years old. Now I have a big one, that's for sure. I'm a big guy now, So I want to share everything with you. I'm planning on going traveling with my wife and sharing this with you and sharing everything. But you know what? It's not encouraging though with what we see. It's less of encouraging. We put a lot of work into this. It's like if we're crazy just to do this, They say Patreon. Yeah, it's good, Patreon. But when you don't have a lot of subscribers, how can they support you? There's about a 1% or even in some case very high percentage, like maybe 10%, that some would help a creator, a YouTube creator. But when you're a starter, you're almost called to not succeed. It's almost a failing adventure. So it's kind of sickening. But I continue because I like doing it. Like I said, I'm not doing it for the money, but I'm planning on doing some with it, that's for sure. I'm going to do a line of t-shirt and something like that, so maybe it's going to help. I don't know, but I'm going to fight for it, that's for sure. You can bet on that. I did fight all my life for all kind of things, and this thing I want to fight because you know what? It's more than just me sharing about my experience. It's an heritage that I want to leave for my children, my grandchildren, and maybe my grandchildren. You don't know. I would have done or give to see my grandfather on TV, talking, hearing his voice and what he was doing from week to week or day to day. So that it's kind of special. So for me, that's another thing doing YouTube. Heritage I want to leave for my children. So we're kind of crazy, eh? That's for sure, for doing it. Okay, so we established the fact that we're probably crazy doing it. Well, crazy, yeah. Crazy to a point that up to now, in just 2 months, I'm over 1,500 in costs. Because I had to buy a camera, a tripod. I'm going to have to buy a GoPro since I'm going to do some riding this summer. And I'm going to bring you with me. So I'm not complaining. I want to do it, like I said, because it's going to be kind of an heritage for my children. They're going to be able to see me, my grandchildren. So it's kind of nice, I'm kind of pissed off because I started this at the worst time ever. At the time that YouTube is not getting better. It's getting worse. They say it's going to get better in 2 weeks, but I'm not getting my hopes up. Let's hope so, but it doesn't look good. So anyway, I'm trying to make something for the future. It's going to be nice for my children to see what I did, to hear my voice. You know, that's the first thing we don't remember about our ancestor or our parents that died. So that's kind of nice. So let's hope for the best. Fait que c'est un peu ça que je veux. Elle va finir par me rentrer dans la gueule, la tabarnak. Fait que tu sais, c'est ça. Fait que je suis pas découragé. Hey, si bois, tu vas avoir une tabarnak pour ma grande. Chris. Fait que c'est ça, asti. Fait que tu sais, tabarnak. Fait que c'est ça que je veux. Si bois. But you know what? I won't be discouraged, but even so, sometimes I don't feel like doing a video when all those big YouTubers, they take all the part of the market, they all have it for them. So, and they have all kind of subject. Well, you know what? They say that you have to concentrate yourself on one subject. Well, fuck this. I have a lot of things to talk about. Like I say, I did own a restaurant, I was in the army, I did a lot of jobs. I was in landscaping, so I still am in landscaping. I built barbecue, I did build trailers, I did some mechanic, I did everything. So I cannot stay myself speaking about only one subject. I want to speak about everything. I want it to be almost like a reality TV show, something like that, you know. I want to bring you all with me. I know that I'm sacrificing my private life, but I think that's the price to pay if I want to give an heritage for my family, for the future. And it's something I have to do it because there's no other way. I can talk about all the things I do and share it with you and maybe open a dialogue that we can both, all of us, speak about it. So I'm not discouraged. I don't think I'm going to quit. I don't have it. You know, I'm up, like I said, this is going to be my 36th video. So it's kind of nice in 2 months. So I have a heartache. I'm going to continue, that's for sure. So let's hope for the best. I hope it's going to get better because I want to do some great things for you. I want to bring you in some trip that we're going to take around the US and something like that. So it's going to be fun. So I hope for the best, and I'm not ready to throw out the towel just yet. Forget about it. I'm a fighter. I'm going to fight till the end. Wow, that's nice, eh, guys? So anyway, see you next week on another Let's Talk with Mike. Next week, that's real. I was supposed to talk about it this week, but next week we're going to talk about all the good and the bad about being self-employed. Do I have a lot to talk about, you think, eh? So take care of yourself. See you next. Wow. See you next week. Ciao, guys.